Right, so for the new one joining us, this is forexfactory.com. So this is the website we get to check for fundamental events, right, that can possibly affect our chart, right? So you get to see high impact news, right, meaning high volatility news. You also get to see low impact news, but generally we focus more on the high impact news, please. The high impact news. So the yellow right here is the low impact news. The brown is the medium impact news, and of course the red is high impact news. Okay. Now this is for Friday the 19th. Okay. So if you look at the left hand side, you're going to see the calendar. Okay. So let's go to this week. So I'll just click this button. It shows me this week. So this is the calendar for the week. So I guess you should also do the same thing every day, right? Just go to Forex Factory. Before you start your trading, please visit this website. Very important, okay? Before you start trading, technical analysis, before you start making a buy, making a sell on any of the financial instruments, just check out this website, okay? So today is Tuesday, and of course, this is Tuesday, the 23rd of May, right? So for today, I would like to call today the World PMI Day, right? So most of the news we have today are news on PMI. So if you look carefully, you will notice we are going to be expecting one by 8:15, right? So this is the time of the day. The time of the day the news will affect the markets, okay? So we're going to be expecting one by 8:15 a.m. That's a few minutes from now. Then also we have another one by 8:30 a.m. So they are just PMI, right? So PMI means Purchasing Managers Index. So this is this news we're going to affect the European euro, as you can see, right? So it means we can take advantage of this news, right? So it's going to pump in strength into the euro, right? Or it's going to cause the euro to be weakened depending on the results of the news, right? So generally speaking, if the result is above 50, so this is where we have the result, right? So if the result is above 50, it means
recording in progress.
If the result is above 50, it means the euro will strengthen, right? So if the result is below 50, the euro will weaken. So PMI is a leading indicator, right, which shows the health, the general health of the economy. So it is used to measure month-to-month change in economic activity in the manufacturing and service industry, right? So both manufacturing, so we have the manufacturing PMI, also we have the service PMI, okay? So it's a survey of or by purchasing managers on market conditions, right? To know if businesses are expanding or they are remaining the same or they are contracting. So one of the ways to know whether the economy is doing well is to look at this PMI, right? So businesses can be contracting, businesses can be expanding. So if the number is above 50, business is expanding. The number is below 50, businesses are contracting, right? So now that depends on the reaction of traders, or of course, the reaction of investors all over the world, right? So this is for the European euro. So I think then also we have by 9:30 we have the same PMI for GBP, right? As you can see in the UK. Then also 2:45 p.m. Nigerian time we have the same PMI, right? As you can see, service and of course manufacturing PMI also for the dollar. So today just PMI, 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 Purchasing Managers Index, right? All right then. So once this, so you may want to refresh, your Forest Factory once it is this time, right? 8:15. So you can see just remaining this few minutes, right? Or few seconds. I hope you all can see my screen.
No.
Fine, you can all see my screen. Fine, fine, fine. So Forex Factory, they have been able to improve this their website. So right now we have a countdown timer here, right? So once the news is out, so it will indicate either strength for the euro. So if it's strength for the euro, it means something like Euro USD. You want to do a buy, right? So you just quickly open Euro USD. So if it is strength for the euro, something like Euro USD, you want to do a buy on Euro USD. So if it is weakness, you want to do a sell, right? So let's check it out. So some of these small delays on forex factory can also affect your trade. So pending, but the market is already diving downward, as you can see, right? It's already pumping downward. But I would like to see the value before jump into the trade. So look here. It came out as 46, right? 46. That means it's less than 50, and of course this one came out 52. But it's red. Red means it is still bad, right? Because it's less than the forecast. So that's bad for the euro. So that means euro will be weakening, right? So as you can see on the chart, Euro USD. I hope you can see my chart. Okay, Euro USD on the chart. I've not been able to share my chart, but Euro USD on the chart has gone down a little bit, right? So that is for the PMI, right? It's not as strong as the CPI news and of course the NFP news. Okay, but that has indicate weakness in the dollar. So we can also confirm this on forex on financialvisuals.com. That is finviz.com. So you can see my forex factory. Let me go to financialvisuals.com. So on your browser, you just do www. That is www.finviz. That is financialvisuals.com. So you may want to visit this website anytime you want to pick a trade, right? From this website, you can get to know if a currency is strong or if a currency is weak, right? And of course, generally, let me mute everybody. Okay. I know generally we want to buy the stronger currencies. And of course, we want to dump or do away with the weaker ones. That's the set, right? So you can see my screen now. I'm on financial visuals, right? So to confirm that strength now, so quickly, I will just go to financialvisuals.com. As you can see it up here. So I will just quickly click this button, Forex. So you can see my financial visual. Just type FIN on the chart. Just type FIN, please. FIN, thank you, Joey. I can see you there. So financial visuals. So you can see my screen. So I just click this Forex. So after clicking this Forex, the next thing I will click is performance, right? So as you can see here, this is where we have the euro. Okay, so instruments or currencies to my right are the weak currencies. To my right are the weak currencies. Currencies to my left are the strong currencies. So as you can see right now, the dollar is actually having some strength, right? So it is before the card and of course before the euro. So JPY seems to be the strongest for now. So that means a buy on Japanese yen will be a good trade, right? And also a sell on and the New Zealand dollar will also be a good trade. So the way we use these financial visuals is to just you trade the strong with the weak, right? You trade the strong with the weak, something like NZD USD, right? Something like NZD USD. So on NZD USD, it means the instrument should be going down. Something like a NZD card, right? The instrument should also be going down because the base currency is weak. Okay, so from here we've been able to confirm that euro is weak, but not all that weak. As you can see, somewhere at the middle, not all that weak, right? So back to my chart, not all that weak. So let's start from let me share my chart, please. So I've been able to share my chart. Please indicate if you can see my chart. Please try and mute your audio, please. I've muted it for you, okay? So please indicate if you can see my chart. Just type chart. Yes, 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 you can see my chart. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. So it is on this chart that we're going to analyze now, and we are going to do technical analysis on the chart, right? Technical analysis on the chart. Remember, this is where you get to pick your everyday trade, right? So you need to understand technical analysis very well. So, like what I always do, I normally like to start the USD index, right? USD index. No audio. You guys cannot hear me. Hello, you can't hear me now, right? Just type audio if you can hear me. Okay, fine, fine, fine. It's better now. Thank you. Okay, you can all hear me. Fine. Sorry about that glitch, okay? If you can hear me, wonderful, fantastic, so we can continue. Yeah, so I always like to start from the USD index, right? So this USD index is a basket of all is a basket measuring the United States dollar compared with other major currencies, right? And of course, you know that is what we trade. We trade the US dollar against other major currencies, right? So yeah, I like looking at it from the H4 time frame. Like the last time we were here, we said uh, the US dollar on the H4 time frame have shifted, right? From the downward trend to the upward trend. That means we are ready and set to start seeing strength pump into the dollar, right? So this is what was happening before, right? And that is a channel, right? So right now, for breaking this high was our strong high, but if you look carefully, you notice this high has been taken out, right? For taking out this high here, that served as our shift in the market structure, right? And that shift in the market structure is just where the change in trend normally starts from, right? And from there, we saw that after there is a break of structure, that's what we have here, a shift in character. So we are going to experience a little retracement, and we got that retracement, right? And it was a little retracement. This little retracement indicates that the momentum is very strong, right? If not, it should have retraced very well into this area. So from there, it pumped up. So conclusion is the US dollar, right? The USD index is right now on an upward trend, right? So that means we have strength in the dollar. So it would be a good time to buy the dollar, right? But remember, if we say we have strength in the dollar, it means, don't forget, the market normally goes through retracement, right? So retracement is not necessarily weakness, right? So retracement is the movement of price opposite the direction of the strength, right? So sometimes the price move opposite direction of the strength, right? So it is always doing that so that you can gather more momentum. For example, if it's going up, so movement of price towards the downside, if the strength is upward, movement of price towards the downside, that is giving you a discount, right? So trying to gather more momentum, right? So that means this small movement right here to the downside, this small movement right here to the downside, is just gathering more momentum. Okay, gathering more momentum. All right, so the dollar is strong. So let's start looking at other instruments here. The rest of us, can you hear me? Somebody just type you cannot hear me. What's your name? Sheriff. Check again if you can hear me. Yes, we can. Adedayo, thank you. Yes, so everybody's hearing me. So Sheriff, so please check. It will be issue with your connection, right? So it will be issue with your connection, right? It will be issue with your connection. So the rest can hear me. So we are concluding that there is strength in the dollar, right? So if there is strength in the dollar, let's jump right now into the chart. Let's start from European euro versus the United States dollars, right? European euro versus the United States dollars. All right, so European euro. So looking at the European euro versus United States dollars. So as you can see, we already have a shift on the US, on Euro USD, right? So Euro USD is purely going down. So we are categorically stating this so that you will stop doing buying, right? For those of us doing swing trading, you will stop. Some persons are typing, I cannot hear you. Some are typing, I can hear you. Okay, so let's clear this out very well. Let's clear this out very well. Uh, if Zeno, I can hear you. Okay, fine, you can hear me now. You can hear me, so let me continue. So Euro USD is clearly going down, right? As you can see, it has broken structure several times to the downside, right? It has broken structure several times to the downside, right? So the last time we were here, we said uh, we drew this Fibonacci here, right? If you can remember, those of us that joined us the last time. So we do this Fibonacci here, right? And we said we expected a retracement towards the upside, right? And that upside we said is going to reach towards just above 50. We consider as a premium price, right? Because we want to sell, we have to wait for a high price, right? So it was somewhere here. So if you watch, it came down again and pumped into this area, this zone, right? So from this zone, that was the premium price, and from there started falling. Please, the best time to the best way to know how much retracement is a good retracement, right? How much retracement is a good retracement? You just use this Fibonacci. So I think this Fibonacci have done its job, so I can move it, right? Now let's draw another one to know how much retracement would be a good retracement. So this was a break, right, in the structure, and it retrace upwards. So I'll draw from this up down here, right? So as you can see, it got to 61.8 above 50%. So this level here is our good retracement, right? So we are not only pointing you in the market direction. No, we're also teaching you how to get these things by yourself, right? You will remember that giving a man fish or teach a man how to fish is always better than giving the man fish, right? So you can see that it retraces inside this area, right? So this area becomes our supply zone, right? So what they want to call, what other traders want to call order block, right? So it is from here it got its strength to start pumping downward, right? So where is our target? Our target will be to take out this low, right? So that means I would like to sell downward to take out this low, okay? So that means below this low is our targeted liquidity. So that means this is where we are targeting, right? So that means if you're selling on the H4 time frame for swing trader, this is where you target. If you for intraday traders, you also target this area, right? Or you target as much as you want to make, right? But remember, you have to be selling, right? So this other area, this high, right? This high that broke this low becomes our resistance, right? Becomes our resistance. So if this high is taken out, it means we have a shift. But right now, there is no shift. The market is pumping downward, right? So since we have concluded the market is pumping downward, I will now go to a lower time frame, and that will be 15 minutes time frame. Please follow me on this. I am sure you get enough value from this. So 15 minutes time. So on this 15 minutes time frame, please, this we are live streaming this on YouTube, right? And it's also being recorded. So that means if you miss any part, you can quickly check on our YouTube channel. You can check the YouTube channel and just rally through it. Okay. So this is what we have on the lower time frame, 15 minutes, right? So I would like to do a sell. I would like to do a sell from what we have seen. I would like to do a sell. But remember, why selling on lower time frame as an intraday trader? It means you don't want to sell at a low price. Traders will forbid to sell at a low price. That's how to make good profit. You don't sell at a low price, right? You sell at a high price. So that means I would like to sell if this price can retrace a little bit. That retracement is giving us a premium price, right? So just a little bit above this high. So you can see this high here. So if it gets to this high or above this high, I would like to do a sell, right? Why? The reason is that would be accounted for a high price, right? So above this area or around this area, so you can see this area from 1.08140 to 1.08095. So within this range, I would like to do a sell within this range, right? Within this range. So you notice that it was from this range it fell, right? And took out this low, right? So it has grabbed the liquidity here. So I wouldn't want to just jump in with the sell. I would like to wait for it to come within this range. Now, however, if the market decide to pump lower, right, then I would like to do a sell again on Euro USD if the market trade below this area, right? So if it trades below this area, I would like to do a sell. That means if it comes down, because I know that it want to retrace a little bit. So this is my forecast. It want to retrace a little bit up, right? So sometimes it can just stop somewhere around here. before going down, right? So if the market trade towards this area, I can sell. Even if it gets towards this area too, I can sell, right? Because I'm looking for a high price. Now we are not just drawing this analysis from this 15 minutes time frame alone. Right? We are following what the higher time frame is doing. Now that is seen as following the big boys, right? So following the big money on the market. Then you do well. You do well when you follow the big money on the market. So please, so I think the news on the 8:30 news, right? The 8:30 news is what is giving us this retracement, right? The 8:30 is what is giving us this retracement. Mm. But we like to trade what we see on the chart, right? So the retracement is healthy. It's healthy. It's healthy. So this retracement is what we need for a high price so that we can sell, right? So because if you check the strength of the strength of the dollar is really strong. So please, this is the forecast for Euro USD, right? That's the forecast for Euro USD. So if you go back to this Finviz, if you go back to this Finviz, let me share my screen again. Screen sharing. Okay, I've been able to share my screen. Please, I've been able to share my screen. Can you see my screen? I've gone back to Finviz. Check if you can see my screen. You can see my screen, right? Yes, yes, yes. So now, Forex Factory. Now, after the news, the 8:30 news, let me refresh to get that news. So the one for 8:30, as you can see, this is the manufacturing PMI came out weak, right? But the German flash, the service industry is doing well, the manufacturing industry not doing well, right? So that's plus and minus there, right? But this doing well, yeah, this 57 is a sign of strength, right? Okay, and this is also a sign of weakness, right? But if you check the two strengths of these currencies on Finviz, so this is Finviz right here. So you can see that the euro has even fallen a little bit in strength, right? So that means we are still going to sell the euro in comparison with the dollar, right? I hope you can see my screen. So the euro is still weak here. The euro is still weak. Yeah. So we are still going to be selling the euro. So we are still going to be selling the euro, right? All right. So that means our analysis stands, right? It's still in order. We are just looking for good retracement, right? So that we can jump in with the sell, right? Now let's look at GBP very fast. We don't have time, but I hope we are taking all of the questions. GBP very fast. So where is my GBP? So the first thing you want to do here is to know the first thing you want to do here, right, is to know if the if the H4 time frame is going up or is going down, right? So we have broken structure here, right? So let's go to 15 minutes time frame. So in this 15 minutes time frame, so I would still like to do a sell, right? If the market pump now, I have a buy here, right? Because I'm expecting a retracement, right? I already have a buy here because I'm expecting a retracement. So this buy is a short buy, right? So I need a retracement to pump the price upward, right? So to take out this high and also to take out this other high. So where I'm expecting a retracement there. So a little retracement upward, right? So if it retraces upward towards this area, then a sell will be good, right? Remember we saw strength in the dollar. So sell around this area. So you can enter, you can divide your lot size into two. If the price gets around this area, you can do a sell. Then if it pump a little bit higher again towards this area, verify the resistance as you can see, I would still like to do a sell. Why are we selling here? We are selling because we saw strength in the dollar, right? But take note, I would like a retracement. Now, taking this retracement trade is a trade with high risk, right? Okay, show your chart. Okay, you guys can't see my chart. Sorry, please. My apologies, please. Now, please, can you see my chart now? I believe you can see my chart, right? Sorry, please. You can see my chart. Yes, yes, yes. So you said I should start again. Now I already have is a buy here, right? But we saw strength in the dollar, right? So I would like to sell for low risk. So there are two types of trade: high risk trade and low risk trade, right? So you can take it too. Why not? You know this guy called Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio, right? He said in trading, that guy is worth over 4 billion US dollar, right? And he's also a trader. Now, he said, for you to make money trading, you have to be aggressive. Aggressive is high risk, right? Then you have to save money. You have to be conservative. Conservative is low risk. Okay, so you do the two, both high risk and low risk. So now for the low risk, please, you want to sell at this level, right? So that means you don't take this buy. You wait until it retraces towards this area, then you do a sell, right? Then a further retracement upward towards this area, I can still do a sell there, right? I would still like to do a sell there now. But since I'm looking for retracement, right? I'm looking for retracement towards that up. So that is the reason for this buy, right? And it's a buy with a smaller volume. Okay. So I've been able to start again, right? Dave, I've been able to start again. Now that's for the, now if you do a sell here, it means your take profit will not be at this level, right? If the market finally gets it, and of course you have to use penny order, right? So a sell with the penny order will be a sell limit, okay? So sell limit to be precise at this level, sell limit here, right? And also sell limit here. Now I wouldn't want to just place the sell right here because the market has already moved, right? So I will need a little retracement up before doing that sell. Now another instrument, let's look at AUD USD and NZD USD, right? Now on AUD USD, I saw something on AUD USD and I drew this. So NZD USD, NZD USD. For the NZD USD, clearly as you can see, uh, you can see what the market is trying to do. We have broken structure to the low side, right? So this pump or this movement, this impulse we have towards the downside, right, broke this structure, right? So that means structure have shifted from upward trade to downward trend. Please take note, those of us on NZD USD trade, so the structure have shifted from the upward trend to the downward trend, right? By this shift of market structure here, right? Or change of character here. So so this is the high, this is the high that broke the structure. Please take note. So this is how you get your bias, your everyday bias. So this is the high or your weekly bias. This is the high that broke the structure. So until this high is taken out, right? The market will still be having its dominant force going down, right? Its dominant force going down. But if you look carefully, you notice all of this internal movement here, just before below the high there, is known as internal structure, right? Internal structure. Now that internal structure, I've been able to see a gap here. This gap is called fair value gap, right? So if it's in looking at what I do, right, my forecast is that the price will trade into this area before going down, right? Trade into this area before going down. So if the price trade into this area now, that would be for the swing traders, right? Because we have swing traders and intraday traders. Swing traders, those are very busy, right? So they cannot afford to be checking their chart every day. So they can place one trade and leave that trade to run for days, right? They are swing traders. So for a swing trader, if the market gets inside this area, right, inside this value gap, as you can see here, so that's where you want to start selling again because that's where you want to start selling again. Okay. Now, but from what we can see, it has not broken this low, right? So it gave us a low here. It has not broken the low. So let's go down to 15 minutes time frame and of course pick our trade for intraday traders, right? Bearing in mind that the H4 time frame is still on a downward trend. Okay. So this is NZD here, right? So we saw weakness in NZD, right? We saw weakness in NZD. So generally, I would like to do a sell, right? I would like to sell the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so I would like to sell New Zealand dollar if the price retrace upward again towards this level. So I'm going to do an aggressive entry here, right? Because I saw weakness the in NZD, right? So as you can see clearly, this is a support, right? You already know support and resistance, right? So this is a support. So clearly, I don't want to sell at this support, no. So I would like to wait for the price to break the support, right? A little bit below, somewhere here, I'll do a sell, right? Somewhere here, I'll do a sell. But I would like to do an aggressive entry here. So I would like to place a trade straight. So NZD USD, that's 0.03 there. I'll do a sell. So that's a sell on NZD USD, right? So that's an aggressive entry, right? Aggressive entry with high risks. Then of course, if the price retrace higher, higher, higher than this level, towards this level, I'll still enter another sell again, right? Now, one thing most of us don't do is we don't normally go back to the analysis and check. Please, when the market is being analyzed for you like this, one way to develop yourself in this industry is after the analysis, after days or after some hours, you can go back and check to educate yourself more, right? Like all of the analysis we have been doing for this week, have we been going back on the chart to check what has been happening? So that is how you build and develop yourself in this industry. Okay, so that's an aggressive one. So I would like to use a very small take profit there. A very small take profit there, right? Then of course, I'll leave the stop loss open because I wish to enter again, right? So it's like stacking, stacking. Stacking means you don't take all your trade at one position, okay? So you're giving room for more retracement, right? So if the market retraces towards this level, so this is another level. So this is an order block on the lower time frame because it was from here the market pumped downward, right? So if I zoom into this area, you can see that it was from here this price start moving downward, right? So it was from where it moved downward, right? So this place where it moved downward from can be seen as our order block, right? So to confirm that that is the order block, right? Or that is our supply zone. So you can see that the price came back to test it, right? So it did something like this. It dipped, right? It dipped, then it went back to test it, right? So this kind of test is to confirm that this area is actually a very strong area. So if the market retraces into this area again, sir, I would like to do a sell again. Okay, now that's for NZUS. So AUD will be the last one. Then we jump straight to gold, oil, US 30, US 100, and all of that. So for NZ, for AUD quickly. Okay, somebody wants Euro JPY, right? So where does one go back and check? Your question. To go back and check is now this is being recorded, right? The analysis is being recorded. That means you can go back to our YouTube channel, right, and check the analysis again, right? Or you're following up the analysis, you already know what we analyze, so you can go back on your chart and check whether everything is playing out. Okay. So Festus, you are saying we should show you the actual price. So I already showed you the actual price. It's actually a zone, right? It's actually a zone. So it is not a particular price, right? So don't trade with the mindset of a particular price. I mean, one price, for example, 1.04121. No, that's not how trading is done. So it's actually a zone, right? So if price gets around that zone, that's when you take your trade. Best way to analyze, please. It's a zone, not a particular price. Okay. So don't look for a particular price. Okay. Now let me do this AUD USD, then I will fulfill your demand there, and I'll look at Euro JPY. Quickly on AUD USD, you have been following us up, so you can see that all of this drawing, right? We have here, that is what the market has been following. So from here, we saw a shift, right? So I always like to identify this shift, right? So that you now know the direction the market is heading towards. So it made the price break this low because it wasn't supposed to break this low, right? This low, below this low is a protected liquidity, right? So on the market, we have the protected area and then we have the exposed area, right? So protected area, like that, the area is what we call liquidity, right? That's where the money is, okay? So protected area or exposed area, right? So this area is our protected area, right? The low, the low, the low. The market is not taking out the low. So immediately the market took out this low, right? It means the market have shifted, right? So the high, all of these highs have been our targeted area, right? Or targeted liquidity. So the next time the market moved down, it came up to take out this high. Now this high becomes our targeted area. The next time the market moved down, it came up to take out that high, right? So protecting the low. But right now it has taken out the low. That means the market have shifted. Okay. Now since the market have shifted, sir, we are now riding the market towards the downside. Okay. So since we are riding the market towards the downside, you want to look out for trade, right? Trade direction going down, right? So you notice we are riding market towards the downside. That means all of the area below the lows becomes our target, right? So if you're entering a sell, the area below the low becomes the target of the market, right? So as you can see, let me zoom into this area again. So you can see this below here now becomes our new target, right? When we're here, below here is our new target. Has that one been achieved? You guys are following me up, right? So below here was our new target. When the market was around this area, below here was our new target. See, if you watch, the market has gradually taken out that low, right? So right now, this is the new low on the market. Below here too is our new target. That means we are saying gradually, please take notes. Gradually, this market will come down with all of this internal dribbling and internal structure. The market will gradually come down, gradually, and take out this low. So that's what we're saying. Okay. So the market is on the downward trend on the H4 time frame. Quickly on the 15 minutes time frame. I hope you guys are getting value from all of this, and I'm not too fast. Excuse me. So 15 minutes time frame so that we can pick our trade since we now have a directional bias, right? On the H4 time frame. So 15 minutes time frame, wow, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So you can imagine taking this trade somewhere up here, right? Because we have seen the H4 time frame is going down. So that means our trade direction would have been a sell, right? So you can imagine taking this trade somewhere here, right? That's about how many minutes ago? 1 hour plus ago, right? All of this would have been profitable now, right? Profitable now. So by and large, what we're trying to do is we are trying to get our directional bias, right, on the H4 time frame, right, by looking at the market structure, not blindly, please. Remember, market structure is the language of financial markets, right? So we are trying to get our directional bias on the H4 time frame. Then coming down to a lower time frame to look for a premium price, right? Premium price to do the selling, and of course, if it is the other way around, discounted price to do the buying. From what we can see here, the price has reached this low, right? So it's trying to grab the liquidity around this low. So I wouldn't want to sell at this low, please, right? Because selling, you don't sell at a low price. Selling, you don't sell at a low price. So please, I will go to gold, right? So after this, I will go to gold, please. Mhm. But get this analysis far. So I'll wait for a premium price, right? Let me do this, please. I can use my Fibonacci retracement. So I'll draw from this high. So this is the high that broke this low. So I will respect this high and draw from this high towards this low right where it is right now. So I'll wait for a retracement around this area. Now this analysis is actually for those of us doing intraday trading. Okay, so a retracement around this area, I would like to do a sell, right? Just a little bit above 50. That can be seen as a premium price, a high price. So if the price retraces upward, so inside this area, sir, I would like to do a sell. I would like to do a sell, right? I would like to do a sell just around this area. Now, what if it gives us more retracements? Now, whenever you're entering your trade, you have to give room, right? Lot size is like the bullet we have, right? Let's say you have bullets cocked or you have bullet in a gun and you are at the war front. So you don't just use your bullet anyhow, right? So it means if you place this first one, right? If you enter here, maybe your lot size, your normal lot size is 0.1. If you enter here, so you're not to enter with 0.1. So you will just do maybe 0.05, right? So expecting more retracement. So if the market retraces more, fine, you can enter the other 0.05. But if the market did not retrace from there and of course start moving towards the downside, why not? Then you're already in profit with that first 0.05, right? So that's how I trade. So I wouldn't want to sell here, even though I want to sell on the market is going down the H4 time frame, right? So I'll wait for a retracement. Please wait for a retracement. Now let's look at gold. You have a request for gold. You have a request for gold, right? Bolarin, I can see you there. Thank you very much. So okay, let's look at gold. Fantastic, fantastic. So gold. Uh, I like this instrument, right? One of my, in fact, my favorite precious metal, right? Gold. So like I always do, so you can see this drawing we have here on the gold, right? So from this drawing, you can tell that gold have shifted direction, right? Before it was pumping up, going up. Now gold have shifted direction. So that means we can be looking forward to take gold trade to the downside, right? So this is the low, this is the low, please. So you can see all of this area. So all of this area, right? All of this area is the low. This is the low. This is the low that took out the high, right? All of these highs. So until this low is taken out, the market is still going up. Guess what? That low has been taken out, right? So the market have shifted. The market have shifted. So you can tell your friends, right, that the gold have shifted to the downside. So if gold have shifted to the downside, it means now we now have the market structure shift towards the downside. So if I shifted towards the downside, that means you now have to look for sell trade. Okay, I can see you there. You say you only trade gold. Fine. So you have to now look for sell trade on gold, right? Sell trade on gold, right? And of course, if you're looking for sell trade on gold, like we always do, you want to sell at the resistance, okay? That's what we call the premium price, okay? So I'll now go to 15 minutes time frame very fast. Time no longer on our side, but I trust you're getting value from this, right? So 15 minutes time frame, so now look for that sell on gold, right? It means once you're on a 15 minutes time frame, you want to now look for a premium price. Don't forget, please, premium price. As premium as it can be, right? So it means I have moving averages here, right? I have moving averages here. So I have 50 period moving average and also have 21 period, right? So a premium price could be if the price move towards this my moving averages, right? Because moving average act as a dynamic resistance. So I'm also seeing another level here. I'm citing this level. Come on, I'm citing this level. There's a level here, right? There's a level here. Okay, you can hear me now. Fine. So we are saying on this gold, on gold, gold is already pumping to the downside, but I would like to wait for a high price, right? I'd like to see high prices before I can do a sell, right? So a retracement towards this area, I would like to do a sell there. So let me map out the area for you. So around this area, so that will be a resistance there, right? So any of this price around this 1964 to 1961. So 1964 to 1961. That I would like to do a sell there, right? So if the market retraces upward, I'd like to do a sell here. Now, but let me look at the H1 time frame if I still have some space going downward. So as you can see, the market is approaching a verified support, right? Now, even though this verified support is our targeted liquidity, but we don't want to dive in, right? So I'll wait for a retracement before I'll do a sell, right? I don't want to be very aggressive to enter the sell on the support. Okay? So wait for a retracement before you do a sell. Please wait for retracement. Wait for retracement. Now, if you're thinking about doing a buy on this support, don't do it. Don't do it. Wait until there is a clear change of character, right? We've not seen any change of character, right? So if you are here, you trade only gold. Now you're thinking about buying on this support. You don't just buy on the support, please. You wait until the market clearly shows you that it is now going up, right? And this is what it will paint for you. It will paint. Now if you watch, we have been having lower lows, right? So it will give you something that looks like this, a low, then it will give you a high, right? Or sometimes it can go higher than this. It can go higher than this previous high on maybe 15 minutes time frame, 5 minutes time frame. Then it will give you it will fail to give you a low that goes lower than this, right? So once you have a low that do not that fail to go lower than this, so that is where we now have the shift, right? So so anywhere around here, you can now look out for a buy. But the market have not showed us this, so we are not doing a buy. Please, we are not buying. We are not buying. Please don't buy. Don't buy. Most person wants to buy. Don't buy. The market is not right for a buy. It's on the support, right? So we are just waiting for a retracement before we can do a sell. So let me look at D30. Okay, this person Dave, you have been on this your Euro JPY, Euro JPY. I guess you have a trade there, right? And you want some light, the light that will shatter the darkness. All right, so now this is Euro JPY. Let me honor that your request. Now Euro JPY, as you can see, where is the value here? Where is the trend, right? So it it gave us sorry, it gave us this equal low, right? As you can see, it gave us this equal low. This equal low is a target on the market, right? So even though the market was going up, it gave us the equal low and quickly came down quickly to take out that low. So if you watch carefully, you will notice that these two lows has been taken out, right? So that is a grab. It came down here to grab this liquidity. That suggests that the market is still pumping towards the upside, right? It means that strength is still towards the upside. But if you look carefully on this H4 time frame, we have a retracement here, right? And then we have movement towards the upside, movement towards the upside. So this is what we have here. So that means internal structure is pumping up, right? But this right here is a retracement. So I will now move to 15 minutes time frame to do the job there. I want to believe you are an intraday trader. So 15 minutes time frame to do the job here, right? So on this 15 minutes time frame, clearly we can see that we have broken structure towards the upside, and this is like a retracement. So I will just use my Fibonacci, right? So this is the low that actually took out this high. So you can see it's actually two equal lows, right? Which means that it's strong. It took out this high. So I will draw from this low my fib towards this high, then I'll wait for a retracement. So once this price trade inside this area, I would like to do a buy. So for the Euro JPY, please, I would like to do a buy around this area, right? Around this area, just below 50%. Even if it touch 61, I would like to do a buy. Remember on the H4 time, we saw that the internal structure is going up. So a buy around this area, please. Let me map it out for you. So anywhere around 149, right? 149.290 to 149.190. So that's an area, right? If the market retraces further, retracement is healthy for the strength. Don't forget. So if it retraces inside this area, then I would like to do a buy, right? A buy so that I can take it up. So around this area, so my stop loss will have to be this low. From this low, I drew my feed. Then of course my take profit will have to be this high. Okay. So please don't forget we are buying here. Don't forget we are buying here, right? If it retraces further, Now let me look at D30. So I think that's for I've been able to honor that your request, Mr. Dave. Now let's look at. I'll have to look at this US 100, right? Because I have a lot of my clients trading US 100, right? And D30. So let's look at D30 first. So that's the Deutsche Acting Index. That is the DAX. So let's look at what's happening to the DAX here. So also on the H4 time frame, clearly you can see, even the blind can see, I can tell you this, that the market is pumping upward. It keep breaking structures towards the upside, right? Keep breaking structures towards the upside. Now remember when we do this, remember when we do this in the last meeting here, we said this low, we said this low has not been taken out, right? So this low has not been taken out. So that means we are still going up. And guess what? Went up, it took out this high because this was the highest high, right? So that means the liquidity that was resting above this high, it took it out, right? Indicating that there is momentum going up. So please, those of us still on D30 swing traders, the market is still pumping towards the upside, right? So, but remember, anytime there is a break of structure here, so after that break of structure, this other one, this other movement is only an extension. And after that extension, we normally expect a retracement. So the market is trying to retrace. So how much retracement will be a good retracement? It should retrace very well. If it not retrace very well, it means that the momentum that is pushing it upward is very strong, right? Momentum is very strong. So that's what we can see on the D30 on the H4 time frame. So quickly, 15 minutes time frame for intraday traders. Now let's jump in, please. 15 minutes time frame for intraday traders. So 15 minutes time frame for intraday traders. So quickly, remember the H4 time frame is going upward, right? So it means you want to look out for a clear support so that you can do your buy, a clear support. So I can see one support here, right? I can see a support here. So this is an area of support, right? This is an area of support, right? So on this 15 minutes time frame, if you look at it carefully, you can see that it was this high that was responsible for taking out. It was this low that took out this high, rather, right, to give us this. It was this low that took out this high to give us this new high, right? It went up again. Then from there, gradually it's going down here. Okay, so but this is a support, a clear support area. So I would like to do a buy on this support area, and the price is just bouncing off that support, as you can see. Now another support area, right, that we can take advantage of is this other area, right? This is the next support area we can take advantage of, right? So for today, you can see that this instrument gapped upward, right? It gapped upward. Hmm? That can be seen as a sign of strength, right? Upward. Now, for those of us conservative traders. This is a 50 period moving average. This is 21 period moving average, right? So if this price trade above the 50 period, I would like to do a buy. However, I would still like to enter a buy. Why? All of these weeks here, all of these weeks is a sign of rejection towards the downside, right? So the market have rejected trading towards the downside. So I would still like to do a buy for an aggressive entry. So a buy there for an aggressive entry. So after that buy, I would like to use this other resistance level, verify resistance as my take profit. So I've entered an instant buy on D30. So remember I said the reason for this buy is because the H4 time frame, right? The H4 time frame, as you analyze clearly, is still having a momentum or strength towards the upside. Then we came down to lower time frame, we look for a support, right? A support area. Then of course to buttress that point, we saw some rejection, right? So all of these weeks are rejection, right? So that is a buy. Then another area where we have a support again is this area, right? So, but that's a take profit. That's a take profit. There is no stop loss, right? So the reason why I don't have stop loss is because I would like to enter again if the market retraces to a much lower price, right? So that's the reason for using a smaller lot size. So if it retraces towards a much lower price, maybe from here, I would like to enter another one again. Because remember the H4 time frame, the higher time frame is going up. I will saw a gap pump towards the upside, right? Now that's for DE30. What else again? US 100 quickly. We're already behind time, but let's do US 100 very fast. Okay, the last time we were here, this was the drawing we did, right? Indicating that this instrument have strength pushing it towards the upside, right? And that is what happened, right? So last time we were here, this was where the price was. And of course, it has taken out this high, right? And it has pumped towards the high side. So if you have a buy, if you have a buy on US 100, please, you want to still leave it open, right? For swing trading, you want to still leave it open. Very important because you can make more profit. But if you have a sell, then it means you have to close it, right? You have to close it. If you have enough, if you have good fund, right, you may want to still hold on a little bit, whether there will be retracement because this high, this high we are already seeing relatively equal high, right? And relatively equal high can be seen as a strong resistance. So there might just be small retracement, right? So that you can close your close the negative at a lower amount, right? But please stop anticipating that the market has turned when you are not seeing clear change of character, right? When you are not seeing clear shift in the market structure. No, this whole structure is going up. Look at these moving averages. They are all fanning out, right? Two of them, they are fanning out clearly going upward, right? And that's what you do. So we are going to look for buy opportunities, right? Buy opportunities. So I'll go to 15 minutes time frame for this buy opportunity. So I want to buy at a lower price. So I'll look for support, right? Support for discounted prices. So this area is a support. So you can see my tool has even pointed it out. Is a support, this is support, this is support, this is support. So any of this area I would like to do my buy, right? So if the price trade around this area, if it comes down a little bit, I would like to buy, right? Comes down a little bit around this area, I would like to buy. What if it comes down further? I would still like to buy. So I'm doing buying here, but not buying immediately, not instant buy, please, right? So I would like to buy if the price trade lower to this area. So that would be a buy limit, right? So if the price trade lower, right, I would like to do a buy. So that would be a buy limit. All right, please. So this is where I would like to draw the curtain. It's not just analysis. We are also trying to show you how we're getting this analysis, right? So that is what is even taking more of the time, right? Now it's true because it's good because so that on your own too you can be able to analyze this thing by yourself, right? It's very important, very important. All right, please try and join us again tomorrow, same time, 8 a.m. This is Emmanuel Odogu. Let me drop my number, then of course so that you can reach me. If you have further inquiries, right, and question, you can reach me 26264507. Emmanuel, and of course this is the Odogu. All right, guys, thank you very much.